Warning: the following content may not be suited for younger or sensitive audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Okay, so Eli, go ahead and do that recap.
So, with last session, it started off with us starting combat officially. And Holden had he got tossed weapons and he just disappeared. And everyone they were getting ready to rush, and the Lich, if I remember correctly, actually killed most of the guards that were surrounding with a screech. And then they came back up as servants for it, because he resurrected them essentially as zombies or something. And so combat commenced. Nothing was kind of trying to hide a little bit, kind of sneaking, kind of not. Lear tossed up many bone walls that hit the Lich. Arash, don't really know what Arash was doing. I'm assuming he was shooting his gun and being proud.
I was also
I can't
trying
remember.
to make sure Ilya wasn't getting fucking shot, and I would have counteracted an arrow, but she dipped.
Cronin and Arash, Cronin and Alia connected. They bonded again, so he could put his helmet on, so he has that on. Combat kind of went through that, and then Alia actually decided, hey, I'm going to be funny, quirky, and I'm going to bring the sun. And while it was in the air getting ready to explode, the Lich actually speaks, and it said that it's going to bring us down with it, and it yanked the sun and pulled it down and fucking nuked everything. And that was a few seconds before, mostly everybody was downed, and nothing was like, I'm gonna call my dad. Because dad.
It's so contrast to give you just because you probably don't know, to give you a little bit of context. Whenever players try to contact deities in my world, I roll a D100. And if they get, I like low numbers on a D100, so if they get a 10 and below, it's usually successful, or a 20 and below. Max rolled a fucking 2 on a D100. And he's like, Dad, help! And then I'll let Eli explain what happened.
Father, help!
Pretty much nothing from the father help card. And Soteria was like, well, we don't know what Soteria was like, but we all know he was planning to kick our asses. And he probably is. And so, after this big, huge explosion that goes through, everyone's kind of off to the side, and we see this hot skeleton dude that's on fire, and he looks over at us, and he's like, you will need to return the favor. He was not happy that he had to save us, but
he's still there, by the way. He is still there, so.
Still there.
He left! You said he left!
Oh, did he?
Yes, because nothing was attached to his ankle, and then he disappeared.
I meant for him to stay there, so I apologize for saying that. And what's funny is there's no record of it because the previous footage got corrupted, and I can't use it anymore. I can't use that whole recording. But this one should go a lot smoother. But anyway, Eli, go ahead and take your DM inspiration.
Yes.
So
I forgot I haven't took my helmet off yet.
So yeah, and you can still be attached to his leg if you want. Nothing.
Yes.
And we're gonna kind of fade back into the session, and so most of you are kind of like anyone that was downed is now at 1 HP, and everyone is kind of battered and bruised from this difficult fight. You see the about 600, 700 feet away, you see the smoldering remains of what once was the Colosseum. and there are still a few parts of it standing. It didn't completely obliterate it, but it pretty much took out like a good 3/4 of it. And it looks like the ground actually tore itself open from Nothing's trap that he set. Although it's kind of hard to see from this distance, you can't really tell you can't tell how bad it is from here. You'd have to actually approach and look at it. But you can tell that you are safe for at least the time being.
So question: is Holden conscious?
Yes, he didn't really take much damage at all during that fight.
So Arash is gonna get up. He's gonna turn to Holden and he's like, "You're welcome." By the way.
Also,
I'm good.
I have to bring this up. Because Aelia went down, she would have lost concentration on Cronin and the helmet.
Yes, she would have. So, Cronin, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
No, as this happening, he's like, Aelia, are you oh, fuck.
What does that mean?
Would I possibly get advantage?
Yeah, you can have advantage.
What did
Wisdom, you said?
Or
Wisdom, yes.
Is it D100 or regular check? Oh, never mind. It's a check, never mind.
Oh, that's an 18.
That does pass, actually.
Wow.
Oh my god!
You are still very, very angry, but you are able to determine who is friend and who is foe.
Resh is gonna look at Cronin's like, Cronin, you good?
Cronin's just kind of standing there, like he hasn't taken the helmet off yet, so he's kind of like standing there. It's kind of hard to tell. Like you can see these black wisps of like mist still coming out from under his armor, from how it does when he's usually berserked. But while he's sitting there, he is going to try and just remove the helmet.
Okay, I need you to roll another wisdom saving throw.
I'm guessing Cronin didn't.
No, not for this roll.
Damn. And no, he would not react to a rush. Okay.
You are able to pull it off.
Okay. And for a little description for Tricia and Holden, who haven't seen this, also for contrast, because he's here. Because for explanation, we have a viewer this day. So, pretty much, Cronin takes off this helmet, and upon seeing him, where his face used to be torn, it's completely split open wide, like even wider, and from the chin down through his neck, like towards his sternum and everything, there is just a gaping hole, like this massive hole with teeth on the edges of it, kind of like shrouding in, and just sitting there gaping wide open as he's like trying to calm himself down. And as this helmet is removing his berserked effect, he's slowly coming to where he was before. And that skin is like, it looks like it's essentially melting and healing itself in a way and going back to what it was, which was just regular human skin.
Also,
yeah.
Wait until Eli's done, Cameron.
I thought he was.
It essentially just ends up melting back into what his flesh was originally, and this mist that was coming from him kind of just dissipates into nothing, and his face like kind of reverts back to how he was originally, which is also in D&D characters, just to let you know, contrast.
If you
yeah.
Yes, it is in D&D character pictures. So Tricia is like Tricia. She speaks up as she sees this, and she's like, "Damn, they really did a number on you, didn't they?" And Holden, Cronin, he's about 6 inches taller than you.
Fuck me.
And he's kind of like looking somewhat down at you. He's about 5 feet away, and he's like, it's good to see you again.
Jordan's like, still a little bit angry, so he's like taking breaths for a moment to kind of like collect himself.
Awesome.
And once, go ahead, Cameron.
Sorry. All I was gonna say is I'm gonna put like 10 points of health into Alia, so like she's up at least, and that's all I was gonna do.
Well, she is up. Everyone's at 1
Oh, I thought you said she was still unconscious. My bad. Never mind. We'll continue on.
Okay, go ahead.
But once Brennan kind of like cools himself after a few moments, he's going to look up like between Tricia and then look at his at Holden, and he's going to nod and go, I wish I could say the same, but I don't entirely remember you.
I suppose that's deserved. So, you really are Cronin, aren't you?
Yes, I'm just not the Cronin you knew, of course.
I see. When I first saw you, my first instinct was to kill you. But you don't seem like you're trying to hurt anybody. So I won't.
Thank you, because I honestly don't want to fight anyone right now because I feel like fucking shit.
You're kind of ruining this moment.
Yeah, I was about to say, Mr. Dragonborn, shut up, and I'm gonna cast Silence on a wretch.
Okay, no.
Oh, go fuck yourself.
Oh, go!
No, you guys have time for your moment. Sorry about that.
And Holden just says, you probably should have just let me die.
Conan is going to sigh and he's going to go, well, I may not know what entirely you've done. I haven't heard much about it, but like I've told Tricia earlier, I like to give people second chances.
Second chances are nice and everything. Until you realize that people don't really change. They just wait until your back is turned and then they just stab you again.
Out character emo, but he's not entirely wrong.
I mean, no wonder they're siblings.
Oh yes, thank you for the music. I completely forgot about that. And he's just like, I know you didn't. I know it's not your fault, but everything I did was because of you. And now that you're back, it feels like none of that even mattered. Which
Don't know what all you did, but that was because of a reason that you believed. Because you didn't know what truly happened. Because you were fooled. I think everyone was. And I would say it's not entirely your fault, but
it doesn't matter.
there are things you've done. Maybe not, but you can learn to grow from those mistakes.
You know, you're really starting to piss me off.
I was like gonna look a little bit concerned.
Resh just
like did I say the wrong thing?
Resh still silence. He's just gonna side glance Cronin, not really meaning anything. It's like Resh just shrugs.
Bombastic side eye.
Bombastic
like
side eye.
He's gonna look like a little bit concerned because he doesn't know if like he actually like if Holden actually meant that or if it was like more of a joke.
For Cronin's sake, Resh isn't gonna do anything. By the way, but it's more of like.
And fucking Holden says, "Your positivity is sickening."
Resh is going to snicker at that, but silence. Sorry.
But I thank you for the rescue.
Yeah. It's not a problem. Like, as he's speaking, he's a little bit awkward.
Oh, alright. I'm gonna refer to the blown up stadium while looking at Cronin.
Yeah. He's gonna look at Arash, and then he's going to look to Lear and go, "Can you uncast that, please?"
Wait, cast what?
Uncast.
Silence.
Uncast? He did ask for it to be uncast?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Oh, wait, hold on, that's the wrong voice. Are you sure that is what you want? I mean, if you'd prefer, I can sew his mouth shut. I don't give a...
No.
Dude.
He's fine. You didn't need to shut him up anyways.
Your loss. And he's going to drop it's not even a concentration thing. He's just going to like dispel magic it with as
You
free
could have
action.
fucking told me to shut the fuck up like everyone else.
Do you want your mouth to be sewn shut but with bones?
Try me.
And
nothing is going to start growling.
And fucking like Tricia just says, "Leray, stop antagonizing them."
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to say anything. I just think it's fun banter. I don't take it seriously.
Nothing over here vibrating against Judgment's boots.
I have another issue that I will talk about later. That is all.
If you have any issues with me, we can just always talk it out.
I mean, you guys blew up an entire freaking stadium.
Okay, like, that wasn't planned. That wasn't planned.
I'm more worried if there was any innocence.
The innocence they got. Actually, I hope they got out. I really do.
Yeah. That.
I mean,
anyway.
Listen, I already have another guy on my ass about this shit. I don't need another.
Like, if you guys want, you can ask Judgment if they got out.
Hey, Judgment, did they get out or? He's putting on the voice mod.
Yes. So Judgment looks at you and he just says, "No."
Out character, I didn't understand him.
He said no.
I'm guessing that's
right?
no.
So they didn't get out.
It was quick.
Nothing is certain that they're in a better place.
Hold on, I'm going to call my necromancer.
Necromancy does not seem to be the correct answer in this situation.
Also,
I mean, also exploding an entire thing and killing hundreds of people probably.
I know that aside, Ilya, do you want to try to get Carcass's skull now or later? Because honestly, we got our shit rocked. Though I know it's still a priority for you.
Silver.
Yes.
Out of character, what time is it?
Right now it's probably about 4:00 in the afternoon.
I was going to.
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, like I was gonna ask, is there any more chaos being caused in any certain areas of indications of a specific rage-induced person?
Is there any more what?
Is there any more chaos being caused in the town
By
a specific reason, rage-induced person?
Well, you're over a mile away from the town.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, you can see smoke.
Well.
Also, Arash is going to then point out, also, I hope the guards that were there died, so I don't think anyone's actually really saw us attempting to help Holden, or it could be confused with us trying to kill the monster. So hopefully, they don't know.
Silver, can you send me the Juggernaut thing?
Which one?
Juggernaut? I don't know. Just the one that Levi uses. Levi, could you send it to me? Someone send it to me, please.
I can send you the Juggernaut. Give me a minute. I gotta get Lear's sheet reprogrammed here.
Wait, are you saying that nothing wants to take a level into Juggernaut?
No, I'm switching Azura over to Juggernaut.
Oh, okay.
Good choice. Yeah, let me get on Reddit real quick and get it.
I was just gonna program it real quick.
Also, while was this happening?
And Aelia started talking first. What was that, Aelia?
It's fine. I'm delayed, so it's rough for me trying to speak. But Aelia was gonna respond to Arash, and because of my delay, I'm just gonna say what she said. She's just gonna basically say that she's like we should rest, and she's waiting on Azura.
All right. Also, Holden. Are you planning on leaving or at least sticking around for a little bit?
What reason do I have to be here?
No reason. I was just curious because we're gonna be eventually leaving this town to go to another one.
Cronin's gonna speak up and go, I actually was wanting to speak to the two of them. And considering we're in the middle of getting ready for a war, we're going against both the cults of the Rising Scale. Fuck, I don't remember their actual names. What are their actual names?
Rising Scale and Cult.
No, they have true names.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that I don't know.
It was New Dawn and Blue Moon.
Okay.
Oh no, my bad. It was New Dawn and Darkest Night. That's what it was.
Okay. And he's going to continue and go, we're holding a war against the New Dawn?
Yes, New Dawn.
New Dawn and the Darkest Night, and I actually was trying to contact you to not only meet you, but to ask if you would join. If not, I completely understand. But I can give you directions to our base if you need it.
I don't know whether to feel proud or horrified that my little brother is starting a war.
They had it coming. Those
to be fair, it already was starting. We're just trying to put a stop to it.
And like that was Holden, by the way. And Tricia just speaks up and she just says, you know, why not? I mean, we're probably gonna die in this war, so might as well die as a family, right? And like Holden's like, give me some time to think about it.
Also, Cronin, can I talk to you about something?
Nothing is also going to kind of leave Judgment's side and crawl up Cronin's shoulder. He also wants to speak about something. And he
Like-
thinks that him and Aresh are kind of on the same wavelength.
So
Kind of.
Gonna look at Tricia and Holden, and he's going to nod and go, I'll give you some time to think about it, but let you know everything. I'll let you know after I talk to them. And he's gonna point to Rich, and I have to mention, he's being super awkward a little bit when
Arish
he's
is gonna
talking.
grab him and just start dragging him a distance away.
Oh,
so
And when they're like, oh, go ahead.
you can so like as you guys are kind of walking away, Judgment is kind of like look to the rest of the party and like he is just going to say, "You need to leave this place."
Yeah, on it, Skull and Bones. See ya. Oh, and Tricia, you owe me double.
And you just hear Tricia you just hear her say,
You said there would be no massive bloodshed. Just saying.
"I did say there'd be collateral damage."
Yes, but you didn't say it would be this big.
Well, I didn't. You signed the contract. It's not my fault. You didn't read the fine print.
So that's how you all operate, huh? Man. Shouldn't have signed that gosh darn contract.
Hey, you're still gonna get paid. So what's the harm?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Like blood money.
so so who was Aresh trying to drag away?
Ronan. And technically nothing too.
wait, would he need to make a strength check to actually drag me because of how
If-
fucking heavy I am?
Not full on drag.
if
More
you're-
grabs.
If you're trying to resist, then yes.
Okay.
Because the rest-
he'd just be kind of following and
Eventually,
you know how
Resh
people
would-
be dragged by their side and they kind of have to follow type of thing.
Resh would let go
they
eventually
don't
when
fall.
Ronan's following, because Resh wants to get a little bit out earshot. And
Makes
Resh is
sense.
gonna look at Cronen's like, listen, if they come, I'm fine with taking them to the town that we're going to next to help with Soteria's church's thing, but I am not comfortable bringing them to my family's home.
I wasn't planning on that. It's why I was telling them about the dragon base.
All right, I wasn't assuming that you were gonna bring them. I was just making sure we're on the same page. And
Nothing.
Go on.
Nothing's gonna look over and says, Nothing thinks you should also gently break the situation of your relationship to them.
Yes,
Um,
because the last
this could look at nothing and go, you have to be there for collateral.
the last thing I want to do is to attempt to murder them, because if I'm being
know.
honest, Cronin, I don't give a shit.
I
If they're-
know.
Okay.
Trust me. He's Carter's gonna get a little bit snappy and he's gonna be like, there's my fiance. I don't want to get him hurt.
I know. I expected that.
I know
Oh,
I
is
need
he-
to talk to him. And
I
he's
heard
going to
judgment
say,
say. I heard judgment say we should leave.
yes, we should head back somewhere away
Before
from this so we don't get in trouble.
before we head back, how are you feeling? Are you okay? How are you taking all of this?
Carter's just gonna give him a really confused look.
I'm checking up on you. We don't really talk a lot besides situations that are serious. I'm making sure you're okay up in your noggin.
I'm fine.
Inside.
So
Not that he has much of one.
So, as you guys are talking, you're going to hear Holden. You're going to hear Holden speak up and say, "Wait just a goddamn second. I recognize those tattoos.
Holden's gonna turn around and he's going to look at Holden and he's going to go, "Don't you dare hurt her."
Arrest us.
He is already like in Alia's face. He doesn't appear to be like moving aggressively towards her. He's more just like getting a much closer look, and he's like,
He's approaching.
Arrest is also approaching with the gun.
And
Weird
he's
shit.
going to approach them both and kind of like gently grab onto
Really
Holden's
unbothered.
shoulder and kind of space him between Alia. He's
so-
gonna space them.
Alia was also speaking. I'm sorry to interject there, guys. I just wanted to hear what she had to
Sorry.
say.
No, it was fine. All I was saying was like, Alien looks like she doesn't look at all. She's just like, she does not care.
I mean, she dealt with Mao, so
So, Cronin, if you're trying to move Holden, I need you to roll an athletics
Wait.
check.
I'm not entirely trying to like push him back or anything. I'm trying to space him between Alia just in case. Like, you know how people will stand in front of the other somewhat so they can't fully get in their space? That's kind of what he's trying to do.
Okay, then I need you to roll a acrobatics check to see if you can kind of slip in between them.
Fuck.
I'm
My
just gonna prepare
acrobatics
my
is only a
gravity
3.
magic.
What? What'd you say? What'd you say, Lyra?
I'm just gonna prepare my gravity magic to split them apart if necessary.
Okay.
Fuck
Yeah,
it, you
yeah.
know what?
Yeah, Cronin,
DM
you're
inspiration.
okay. Roll your DM inspiration.
Holy heck, Eli! Dang.
Here would protect Alia, or try to.
Yeah, you're not
Roll
gonna be able to
right.
protect
You
her.
can have my DM inspiration.
Don't. Oh my
No.
god.
Like,
God.
don't try. Like,
I'm
don't try to
joking,
prevent
I'm
this
joking, I'm
wondrous.
I'm
This is a
joking.
wonderful
I'm joking.
role play opportunity.
I'm joking.
I'm
joking,
just
by
gonna say
the
that Coda wasn't able to get in
Yeah.
between them, so he's kind of standing in front.
Oh wait. Also, I don't have a DM
Okay,
inspiration.
okay. So everyone, just quiet down. There's a lot of people talking all at once, so just mouths need to be shut for a second. Okay, Elia, continue. You were gonna say something.
All I was saying, guys, let it happen. I love
Okay,
her
okay. Okay, I thought Elia was actually gonna say something. Okay, so Cronin, you said that he's just gonna stand there,
No.
like kind of like next to him.
Also, don't have a
He's
DM
gonna
inspiration to
stand
give.
facing Holden. And kind of like have his shoulder near Alia's, ready to just be there.
And Holden still has his weapon in his hand, but he hasn't like moved it. Like, he hasn't moved to attack or anything. He's just kind of like he's looking at the tattoos and he's like, a lot of people died for these.
She's the only one that has been able to help me so far with what I've become. And she's not the person you think she is.
I don't care about who she is. I care about who she was.
She wasn't that either.
Nobody can escape who they're born to. I hate my father as much as Tricia does, but it still doesn't change the fact that he is my father. It still doesn't change the fact that she's from them. Regardless of whether or not she's changed or whether or not she's defected, she's still their secret weapon.
If you kill them, you kill me.
I don't intend to kill her.
Then what?
I will say, at this, like a tiny snort, like she finds this interaction kind of even, but she hasn't said anything yet.
You know,
I'm just gonna start
1 second,
pushing
please.
Holden away.
I do have a thing Chrono will say when we're back in it.
Okay, fixed it. All right. So, and like he takes a step back and he just says, and he's mostly talking to Elia when he says this, and he says, "I think I know what you're gonna do."
This alien kind of like it's like ahead of him. And what do you think that?
Why spoil the surprise? After all, it seems like this group doesn't really understand the meaning of sacrifice. At least not yet. But you will.
Anyways,
Very sly, Silver. Very sly.
acknowledging that.
I know what
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was
YouTuber.
I also know what he's talking about. It's so funny.
What were you gonna say, Arish?
He was gonna say, so, Alia, since Judgment told us to leave, should we rest up then go for the skull, or what do you think?
I know that you're asking her opinion, but I still have enough energy to go and get the skull by myself. I can do that easily.
She said she wanted to wait on Azura, if I remember correctly.
I remember that. I'm still checking.
Well,
I think
and like you guys hear, you guys
so she doesn't.
go ahead.
I didn't hear Alia.
No,
We didn't hear what you said.
I'm sorry to say something, but you go.
Once again,
Okay.
go ahead. Okay.
So you guys see Tricia kind of like putting kind of like a hand over her eyes, kind of like she's looking afar off in the distance, and she says, I mean, there may not be much of a town left to rest in."
I was gonna look over and then just like,
There is like 4 times as much smoke now.
I think Azura. You know what? I think Azura.
Like, Chrono would kind of realize in the distance what's going on, and he's just gonna fucking bolt.
I think Gracio and Azura is the end. He's gone. Okay, and we're gonna run after Cronin.
Okay. So you're gonna attempt to run a straight mile without resting. So I'm gonna need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm going to take my.
You know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm going to take my time.
If your armor wasn't so heavy, I wouldn't really require it, but your armor is very fucking heavy. So,
Okay.
Wait,
like if you're just at like a dead sprint the entire time, then yes.
Levi was trying to say something.
Yeah. Lear's actually just gonna call it. Hey, wait. I can just word of recall us back there.
I don't think Chrono would hear you.
Remember, word of recall only works in one specific place.
Oh shoot, that's right.
It only takes you back to a place you choose when like a sanctuary for your character.
Dang.
That's why Grave Watcher can only take you guys back to, I think it was something Hallow, like something like that. But like, that's why he can only do that.
It, so...
No, you can't. But you can do it from anywhere, but you can't you can't do it like you don't need to see where you're going with like regular teleportation, or you don't have to have already been there. So that's the only benefit.
Wait, okay. Not. This is him just reacting. All right, they're already.
Check your DMs. Silver.
Oh.
All right. So does anyone just want teleported?
Yeah,
over there?
yeah, she can do that.
Okay.
Arash isn't full on sprinting. He's actually taking his time going after Krona because he doesn't want Krona to go alone. So.
Cannon's cannon vision.
I'm just gonna dimension door.
Okay. It's still it's still a mile away. Well, like, it's
Yeah.
a little bit less than you now, but like
Oh.
you're definitely gonna get there first.
So
But it's still gonna take some time. What's
I
that?
mean, I'm gonna. Can I Arcana? To make it a mile.
That is going to be an extremely difficult Arcana check, and you will do so with disadvantage.
Of course. Or okay, yeah, or maybe 1,000 feet.
I won't give you
But-
disadvantage, but it's still going to be difficult.
Okay. So does a 27 get it?
You can do 700 feet.
I'll take it.
I have a request because Alia also has dimension
What's that?
door, and obviously she wants to get them really fast. Can I try to Arcana check? Obviously with disadvantage,
Oh, and
just to see.
It's going to be the same thing. It'll be a very difficult DC, and you roll disadvantage. But yes, you may try.
and I would like
Right.
to specify I'm taking Tricia and Holden with me.
Okay.
Also, I got an 18 on my
Bro.
Constitution saving throw.
I'm gonna say no. So, Cronin, you will take one exhaustion point, but we'll use the new exhaustion point rule that we have. So you're
Let
just
me see.
so you're just gonna have a -1 to all of your D20 rolls until
Okay,
you
let me
get rid of the
prepare
exhaustion.
mine.
So,
So Alia rolled a 23.
I noticed. And so you're taking Tricia and Holden with you. And like Tricia just kind of starts running, like, and she's like, "Oh, we're trying to get there. Oh, I was planning on going away from the smoke, but okay. Tally ho, I guess." And like she, like, and she just says like, you know what? I'll meet you guys there. And like she she takes another step, and like you guys only Leray and Holden see this. Holden is already used to this. Leray, you've never seen her do this. What you see is like vents kind of open on her back and on her legs and like on her elbows, and she just like takes off like a rocket towards the fucking city, like sprinting really fast as these rocket powered like legs and back just kind of propel her very 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 quickly forward.
Does that,
Man, I wish
does
I
that
had
happen
that shit.
often, Holden?
What'd you say?
Does that happen often, Mr. Lionhearted?
Not as often as you think, but definitely more often than it should.
Do you want to take the dimension door with me?
Sure.
Yeah, and he's kind of gonna grab Holden's leg and push him through.
All right. Okay, so I guess everyone's gonna make their way over there. It's gonna take about 10 minutes to get over there. If it's a mile. At least for the people that didn't teleport and the people that are just running.
Upcasting. Oh wait, I do upcast it. I didn't know that. That's cool.
So, we're just gonna go ahead and skip to where everyone is already there. You guys make your way into the outskirts of the town, and you can see about. And this town is kind of split down the middle. And there's a road going through the middle of the town.
Question.
And yes,
I'm gonna let you describe it first before I ask my question.
And you can see about 600 feet away, what appears to be the guild hall is in blazes. It is. There is a very large fire, and it looks like it's spreading to the surrounding buildings. And like there are children like screaming as they're running out of their families and running out of their homes that are being caught on fire. And meanwhile, you hear what appears to be like the grunts of a very angry woman.
As much as I love Azura, I'm running to the tavern.
Fair.
Okay.
I need to get Lucille.
It's time to go.
It is very much time to go.
Okay, so in Cronin, as you get to the tavern, you see Gracile walking out of the tavern almost as soon as you walk in, and she's like,
So,
"What's all the
isn't
screaming?"
walking. Like, it's full on running, so like she'd be talking and she's just like Cronin would probably end up running into her on accident.
And she's like, "What the fuck is?" like you literally run her fucking over because you're wearing like 300-pound armor, and she kind of slides on the dirt for a second, and she's like, "Oh, yep, that's a cracked rib." Oh.
I was gonna look at her and go, oh my gosh, she's like, I'm so sorry. And like he's gonna like grab her and kind of like pick her up fairly easily. He's like, I'm so sorry. I
And
saw the smoke.
and she's like, oh, "It's okay." Oh, man, that is. Oh, that hurts so bad. Like she's kind of like holding her. She's kind of like holding her side, and she's looking around, and she's like, "What's with all the scream?" Oh.
Also, I'm gonna use lay on hands to kind of help her. I guess. Well, actually, let me see. I'll just do cure wounds.
Okay.
To make sure she's fine.
It does. It does seem to help. It doesn't seem to like completely negate the pain, but it does seem to like soothe it. So like she's no longer holding her side, but you can see like she still winces a little bit as it looks like it still hurts a little bit.
Also,
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm going to help the innocents try to escape and possibly trying to like calm the fire down. But that's all I'm going to do. We don't have to roleplay that because the rest is just like,
Now he can't come more.
because they're alive. He's not going to worry about the dead. But yeah, you two can continue. I'm just saying what Resh was doing while that was happening.
Okay. All right. So as you're doing that, Aresh, I'm not gonna make you roll anything. You're able to get a lot of the civilians out. There are still quite a few that you haven't got to yet, but we'll get back to you later.
All right.
So, and we already did Cronin and Gracile, and Ailey is going straight to Azura.
Why?
What is nothing doing? Max, what is nothing doing right now?
Nothing is on Cronin's shoulder.
Okay, so he's with Gracile. Okay.
Yes.
He witnessed
All right. So if you want to play Azura, you are more than welcome
Yes.
to. So
Nothing is going into the pocket. It's too
Ilya,
much.
you brain herdy. Ilya, you're approaching the guild hall. You're kind of like a light jog. Because like you're like I ain't gonna fucking run. Fuck that shit. So and as you get to the door, like it is. Like again, the building is roaring fire, and as you get to the door, you kind of reach to pull it open, and the door just kind of like falls off of its hinges, and you see inside there is this woman, kind of like
More of his massive armor.
this massive armor and like blades, just kind of standing on what once was like it was the like the little the brazier that fucking that toxic that Carcass's skull was in. But it is no longer on fire, and she has the skull on her head, just so she can have a free hand, so she can free up her hands, and
Yeah,
Like,
that
I
neck
found a better one.
support.
and she's just looking down at there are about 12 or 15 people in this inside, just kind of looking up at her with their weapons ready, and they're like, why are you doing this? We didn't do anything to you.
You touched something sacred.
It's like, we didn't know it was sacred.
Well,
We just thought it was a cool skull.
maybe you'll learn to not take things from my property.
We didn't
And like
know
she's
anybody-
going to
sorry.
twirl this like giant great axe in one hand and kind of like set it on her shoulder and say, "You should run now."
You're the lucky ones.
And he's like, fuck. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm out of here. That bitch is crazy. And he turns around and he sprints out of the fucking door, and he's followed by about 5 or 6 more guys. The rest of them seem a little bit more determined to stay behind. But we can just cut away as fucking Azura raises her axe, and you just hear screams of terror.
Oh yeah, her axe raises and it's lit up with astral fire.
And you just hear, and you're like, ah! And then we're gonna
Yeah.
These are the unlucky ones, children. Remember that.
as Azura's just cutting through these bitches. And we're gonna cut to about 10 minutes later. Azura has completely cut down everyone that was inside, and she can come outside if she wants to.
She's going to carry Carcass's skull.
The building is probably very close to collapsing at this point, because it has been on fire for at least 2 hours.
It's time to leave.
Yeah, it is time to leave. And as you make your way outside, you see what appears to be kind of the rest of the party hanging around.
The rest is probably just getting back. Maybe, I don't know.
And you guys see Tricia and Holden. They also appear along with Lyra and Kami. So,
Silver question:
yes.
are the ballistas still up?
They're spread around town, and so there are a few that are still intact. Yes.
On this side, though.
No,
That
not,
we're at.
well, if you head further down the road, you can probably get to one. But it's like
I was just going to call Regina. That's why I was asking first before you be like, and you see a ballista. You know.
Well, the town seems to be it seems like they're focusing more on trying to get the fuck out of here instead of fighting.
I mean, there's probably a few ballistas that were ripped out of the ground from when they did try to fight.
Anyways, can I have a rest try call Regina? Then
Yeah.
would I have to roll something, or it's just gonna
Roll with
Fair
animal handling
warning.
with advantage.
Because of all the drakes being around, is it very likely that if he calls Regina, that all the others are going to flock too?
It's possible.
That's a 14.
Oh god, my siblings are gonna get to see Trousseau. Hopefully.
Does Azura have a cannon Drake yet?
I was gonna leave that up to you.
Because if she does, it's probably going to be the...
Screaming death.
No, what is it? It's a scorpion motherfucker.
Oh,
Death Gripper.
triple strike. Oh, never mind.
So, as you guys are, well, I heard an echo. As you guys are gathered around, Holden's like, you know, Cronin, you have a lot of interesting friends.
Also, I'm guessing the animal handling failed.
To your knowledge, it probably did. She probably can't hear you.
Rush is like, fuck, and he's just gonna run off, try and go get the drink.
Okay.
He tried whistling and too much noise.
Right.
He was-
All right. So as you guys are gathered around, you guys hear something. You hear a voice say,
Did you really think it would be that easy?
Oh, it's still alive.
Yeah, don't tell me it's still alive.
Don't.
I mean,
I
it's
hope.
a
Is it
lich.
judgment or is it the drug, or is it the lich?
It's
It's
definitely
alive.
the Lich. We didn't destroy its phylactery.
We don't know where its phylactery is.
I was
Probably
hoping it
in
was
the
in this.
fire.
I was hoping it was in Colosseum, but it's not.
So as you guys hear this voice, you look over to like the far in the direction you guys came from, and you see the cleric lich just like standing there, and and it's standing there like menacingly. It's about to let out one of its screeches. But then you guys hear like a loud winding up sound. You hear like a
Do we recognize this?
It's gonna be judgment.
No, like you hear like a you hear as like you guys see this giant beam of pure light like impact the ground right in front of the cleric beast, and you guys kind of turn around and it looks like the tower like literally charged up a beam and shot at the cleric beast.
Oh, his fire still up. I forgot to
Hey,
ask
there's
about
your
that. Never
sniper
mind.
from earlier, guys.
And
I doubt.
and like it hits the ground and then just explodes, and the cleric beast lets out like a shriek of like pain as like it's covering its eyes, or what would be eyes, and
Bone. Sorry, this reminds me.
and Holden just says, "I think that's our cue to get the fuck out of here."
Rush already
What
running.
the fuck is that?
And it's and like Holden says, I don't know who you are, nice armor, but that is a cleric beast that also happens to be a lich. So we need to leave.
I see.
Let's
not
let's not break him out of prison. No, let's. And Alir's just
Come on,
running.
shut up, Tiny Mouse. Let's go.
He did. I
And,
was just okay.
And like Holden just says, this town is fucked, these people are fucked, that thing is probably gonna kill all of them. I don't want to be here when that happens.
Rush tried to help them to safety to evacuate whenever he was doing that, but hopefully enough get out. Hopefully.
Steve, Carl, it's time to go.
Steve, Carl.
Names.
So Cronin, do you want to attempt to call Druso?
Yes.
Roll an animal handling check.
With advantage because it's he knows them.
Yeah, you can have advantage.
Also, Silver, look at your DMs.
Okay.
Let me see. I don't know if it was a 2 or a 3. It was a 3.
I need to get proficiency with
Trust
things.
me, that's a 6. Fuck.
Mine was higher.
Put that up in the column. Too loud.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, not for Cronin, not for Cronin. Again, like with the sound of like the crackling flames and like now this giant beam, like it sounds like the beam is charging up again to fire again at the cleric beast.
God, stop.
It's they probably just can't hear you, so you might have to go to them instead.
Also, what's Rush's? Sorry, I didn't. I thought you was done.
What's Rush's what?
Because the rest was going to the Drakes whenever, like, I said he was running towards him.
Okay. He would be about halfway there now.
Oh, okay,
Um,
continue on.
can Lyrae just use Dimension Door to get everyone out of the town and closer?
So with Dimension Door, you can only take 2 people.
Yes. Can I open a door for 2 people and then continuously do that until there's 2 people left, and then we both go?
Do you have enough spell slots for that?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I have 4.
I mean,
still have.
don't worry about Azura because she's
Hans.
gone. She's
No,
got
like-
a death gripper and a really big horse dragging the skull.
Literally, like Alia's like riding on her shoulders, and she's just like, she's just like
No,
looking.
it's the she like Azura got Carcass's skull attached and was getting ready, like basically had Steve charge, and as Steve was charging, she just leaned down and swooped Alia off her feet, and is currently kind of carrying her like that.
Perfect.
Dramatic.
No, it's literally like picking up the girl and walking away from the explosion.
Except they're riding on a horse with a death gripper flying above them.
And this is the same horse. This is what was his name again?
Steve.
Yeah, his name was Steve.
Carl's the death gripper.
Okay, and you guys is Azura just gonna take Alia back into the Everfree Woods, or like what's gonna happen?
She's gonna, I guess, she's gonna like have them meet up and take her to safety and meet them up there, and then head home.
I mean,
Okay.
She really only does care about Alia here, so we're
So
all good.
I'd say by now, Aresh, you could have brought the other Drakes over. And Azura, you get to the party right around the time that the Drakes kind of land around the party, and they're able to get to their respective Drakes. Nothing's Drake is just kind of like he's just kind of looking around, and like it's just like he just shrugs and just flies away.
There's nothing on it, or
no, like
Nothing's in my pocket.
he just kind of shrugs and just kind of starts flapping his way back to the dragon base, or what
hey, you loosen
What-
up, and
what-
there you
what could
And
be
nothing-
the direction of the dragon base.
Nothing immediately like crawls out of the pocket and screeches.
And Carter, you just hear from your pocket, and then then like the Drake just goes, huh? it just like slowly like flies back in and lands back on the ground.
Arishka points to the pocket. He's in the pocket. You little shit.
Nothing has crawled out and is currently perched on Cronen's arm.
And Aresh, this Drake turns to you and just blinks.
Arishka's
Nothing
gonna pull-
doesn't believe that Snaz has much thought process.
Arishka's gonna pull out like a cooked fish, and he's just gonna slowly like hand it to Snaz.
Like as you hand it to Snaz, it just kind of like plops onto his face and just hits the ground, and he just blinks at you again.
No, he was holding it and like holding it in front of him.
Okay, like Snaz is just blinking at you as you're holding the fish.
Nothing. You want this?
It's like, Aresh, your hand is almost taken off.
Okay. And Arish is going to go and Regina is like, and he's going to point at like Jacia and Odin. You two. Which Drake are you getting on?
I don't fucking know. I don't really ride Drakes.
Well, you're going to have to pick one, unless if you want to be held by Regina while we fly.
Yeah.
Well, I can take them back to the dragon base if they don't want to, go on your little girls' trip.
Cronen's going
Fair
to
enough.
look to Grisio and go, do you think you need to rest more? And like he's kind of like speaking a bit quickly.
And she just says, "No, I'm better now."
Took a nice long power nap.
Do you want to come with us, or?
Yes, I'll come with you.
And he's going to nod, and I assume Juso is also nearby.
Also,
Yes.
Arash is going to look at Crone's like, since they're heading to the base, should we Pharaoh's there. I think it might be fine.
Also, call me me.
Kevin's going to sigh, and he's going to look at Holden and Tricia, because they didn't say if they were going or not. He's going to speak up and go, "You guys are going to kill me. We can talk about it later, but my fiancé is Therial, and he is at the dragon base.
Yeah,
And if you
Fucking
hurt him,
bitch.
Wow, that was not gently at all.
that was like dropping the fucking.
we will talk about this later.
He
He is okay."
and is different.
Like
Unless-
Holden seems a little bit indifferent, but Tricia seems pissed. And like it's,
and be like, "Why don't you ride with me and I'll explain everything."
you know what? I'm gonna go with the crazy bitch so I can kill some shit on the way because I need to take out some of this anger.
By the way,
Oh, we'll be
if you
going to the
try-
other three, so you'll have plenty of shit.
By
I
the
know.
way, if you try to kill him, there's a crazed wizard and 2 people with sword,
Maybe we shouldn't be explaining this right now. We need to go.
and the rest is just gonna take off flying. All right.
Lear's gonna go ahead and just summon his bone napper from the ground, and
Wait, what?
he's and he's gonna take off flying with Aresh and Cronin.
Well, Cronin hasn't flew yet because I don't know if Griseel or Holden is going with me.
Holden just says, "I'll stick with Tricia. Make sure she doesn't kill too many things."
Please don't. I will contact you once we're out and explain everything. I promise.
Whatever.
He doesn't care.
He's like,
Yeah.
whatever.
And he just and I don't Azura, you can go ahead and start making your way out of the town and like back towards the forest. It is going to take you guys significantly longer to get back to the base, but you'll get there. You'll get there.
Yeah. Also, while they're on the way, Azura's just gonna say, I would also warn you that if you do harm Therial, there might be an angry goddess on your tail after that. So.
I mean, at this point, I don't care. I boxed a fucking Lich Cleric beast. So
You know, that's fair enough.
Hera loading the shotgun.
I like you.
You know what? I like you.
Wait, are we going back to the dragon base, or are we trying to get somewhere safe
Aresh is
so we
heading
can collect
next.
ourselves?
So
Yeah, you can like they're gonna meet you back at the dragon base, but you guys were just gonna head to your next destination.
Okay.
So
we're heading
Wait.
to that one town that I keep
Alia's with.
Aelia
I
can
don't know.
Aelia can teleport. She can catch up.
You know-
I
it's our
believe
route.
Lucille's going to show with me, Aelia,
What's up?
because Griseel and Cronin were riding on Druso, because I'm trying to figure out what Drake Aelia's going to ride on.
She can ride on the bone napper with me.
Aelia were on one.
Well, like
Or-
she's riding with Azura.
Yeah.
She's just gonna go with Azura for a little bit and then just teleport to catch up with you guys.
Oh, that's fair
You're
enough.
gonna fuck is
Well,
what.
Aelia can explain everything to them.
She'll probably be too infatuated with fucking Azura. She's like, wife.
Look for a bit, then she's gonna teleport. I'm not wrong.
have a good old fashioned tongue wrestle. You know what I mean?
Alright, let's move on, shall we?
But okay, so
I'm not wrong, Kirsten.
as you guys take off into the sky, you guys hear more screeches and more like charging of lasers as this cleric beast like is trying in vain to get closer, but it just can't because this laser is keeping it at bay. And you guys like leave the charred remains of the town kind of like behind as you fly into the sky.
Question.
And go ahead.
From the air, can I see how many citizens are evacuating that Aresh has helped? He probably would have.
Roll a perception check.
He probably would have tried to get them to as many carts to try to get them out of town because he knows shit's gonna hit the fucking fan. Anyways, perception check. Perception check.
While this is happening, I would like to say that Cronin already, like, while they're flying, he is grabbing onto his sending stone ethereal and warning the fuck out of him.
Okay.
Also 22.
What were we gonna say, Therial?
I was just gonna say Theriel's just like, excuse me? It's
Like-
the middle
like-
of the
like-
night.
Like he just woke up and he's like, what? Oh fuck! Wait, who's coming
Like-
over? Oh.
Does he recognize either of those names?
Really pissed at you.
Considering
Yes,
it.
No, he doesn't. Well, he recognizes the last name, of course, but he doesn't recognize the first names.
Damn, okay.
Literally half of the party is there, so it's fine.
It'll buff.
At least they know
Therial
he's
can
my
hide behind
fiance
Therial.
now.
Even though Theory was like, "Do how you wish," or whatever.
Okay. Also, I completely forgot about this. So, Levi, I'm going to DM you something.
Oh, what's up, Deep?
So,
Send me them deets, man.
I need you to remain as calm as you can.
Okay.
I swear to God, if it's tracking us,
One
I'm
second.
going
Let me.
Speaking of
Bro.
tracking,
Where is your? Oh, there's your DM. I was like, where's your DMs? Like, oh wait, I'm in them. Oh, fuck.
it's at the top. Yeah,
yeah.
you're in them.
Okay, so this is what I was gonna do.
All right.
I swear to God, if we get back and Therio is dead, I will kill Holden. No remorse. Or one of the two. Their head will be on a pike. I don't care who. That is a threat. I will probably fail, but it's the thought that matters.
Freaking excuse me? He has that thing tied. He
Anyways,
would contact
excuse
that
me?
specific figure, just so you know.
Anyways,
The
Silver.
figure- Who had
Okay,
that?
yeah. Okay,
22 on the perception check.
so with a 22, you would notice that there's a good chunk of people that are outside. It seems like a lot. You can still kind of see with the fire that's kind of lighting the area. You can see that a lot of guards stayed behind to probably attempt to subdue or even kill the cleric beast.
To their dismay.
But like it seems that mostly there's like there are like a few bodies that you can see from this distance, but it doesn't. It looks like most people got out.
Okay, Arash is satisfied with that because he wasn't just going to let the civilians fucking burn the urn down. Alright.
Azura, on the other hand,
Listen,
Okay.
you know,
go ahead.
Arash isn't going to try to stop Azura. He's not fucking suicidal.
Makes sense.
Oh,
I do want to say though, while they're flying, just like Cronin's like speaking, like after Thero, he's like fucking book it, like talking to Druso. And he does have, like, he would have made sure too that both him and Gracile are in properly with their D-links and stuff, and he's, of course, Gracile's in front of Cronin, so.
Okay, so
My bones are literally just attached to my bone napper.
I don't like the sound of that.
Okay, so
course.
the next place you're headed to is a place called Byrodin.
And that is the place, like, that Soterios told us to go to, right?
Yes.
Alright.
It is about a 2-day journey from where you currently are.
Alright.
And do we want to do a bit of a time skip to where you guys take a rest? Or do you want to do some little bit of roleplay before then?
I would like to do a bit of roleplay.
Okay,
Before that.
I want to remind you that it is very hard to hear when you are flying. So,
Arash is going to be yelling. Then.
okay, so... Well, Cronin, with you can hear people perfectly fine with your helmet.
Oh, yeah. Just
meanwhile,
everyone's just using my good helmet.
Yeah, so...
So whenever,
So,
like,
what are you gonna say?
so whenever Cronin's near, is like, alright, I can barely hear anything right now. Actually, I'm just going to say no more time. He's just going to yell. because I'm not gonna yell in the middle of the night. It's like when we get there, I would try to do most of the talking, but I will most likely need your guys' help with possibly killing with whatever the church is having trouble with.
He's just gonna put a thumbs up. He's just gonna put a thumbs up.
If Grease, and he's gonna say, if Griselda didn't catch that, can you just pass that along?
Another thumbs up.
He's going to look at nothing, as did nothing hear any of that.
Nothing is nothing.
Max?
Is nothing needed?
I mean, Erasmus talking to everyone.
Okay. I mean, nothing is just flying. He does kind of give like he is paying attention, he just doesn't respond.
Arash is like Arash to himself is like 50-50. I'll tell him when we get to camp.
Okay. So was that all you wanted to do?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and take a patented 5-minute break.
Anyways, I need to go.
God.
I'll be right back.
Make sure you make a marker, by the way, Silver.
I am doing that now.
Okay. Eli, were you about to say the same thing?
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Wow. Same brainwave.
Okay.
Okay, but I have to ask Levi, how fucked are we on a scale of 1 to 10?
Well, so here's a very important question. Hey, how would you guys like to deal with a very angry dragon?
Makes sense. I assume we're not gonna live.
Oh no, because once he finds out that this thing is missing, we're screwed.
Can I ask which dragon? I have a heavy feeling I know which one.
You know which one?
I think I know. It's not our fault.
Oh no, it is.
It ain't our fault. Nah.
Nah, man, that thing has a blood seal on it that can only be opened by a specific person. We're screwed.
So,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say I broke it, but I'm not gonna say I didn't.
You're the reason this is bad? Really, dude? Okay, nah, if you're gonna mess with stuff that's... I just wish I would have been slightly informed beforehand, that's all.
Like, is it like a blood seal to the actual area where the lich is at? And
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I thought you were talking about a particular thing that can kill anything without having to crush their ghosts.
I don't think I know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Mortal Blades.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
what about that?
So you didn't screw with it, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, the only persons I know that have mortal blades that can fuck with them is Okami and me, and that's y'all's problem.
And you know Okami has two. Now,
Yeah, y'all caused that one.
oh, yeah, no, which by extension also means you.
No, you're the one who has the blades, not me. I touch him, I die.
Dude, I haven't even talked to Silver about what Okami and me are doing, because Okami's supposed to be doing some secret ops without you guys, honestly. So, yeah. Fun.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid.
You caused whatever you did with the mortal blades.
Dude, I haven't even done anything. Like, seriously.
Well, something happened to him.
I mean,
I'm
I couldn't have
joking,
done
by the
anything
way.
if I wasn't anywhere near them.
Also, I hope Serial does warn everyone that, like, you know, um, Conan's siblings are showing up. God, that's gonna be one
Silver,
awkward
if you're
phone
here, I
call.
need context because, like, that is frightening.
I
Is he
don't
gone?
think he's here.
I am back. From what I heard when I left, what the fuck about an angry dragon?
Cameron, I'm going to be flat out honest with you. One of the mortal blades is missing.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
So now it means
Grazer.
we
Oh,
might have an
no.
enemy as well who can kill kill us without us having to roll death saving throws.
Grazer is correct because Hadon's gonna be correct. Oh my.
So
I'll be honest with that. I'm gonna pretend you didn't say that just because I don't know if you're allowed to tell us or not.
oh, he didn't say I wasn't allowed to. But
Well, considering he DM'd you, I'm assuming he didn't want us to know, but I'm going
Silver,
to
if
act like I
Levi
didn't
is
hear it.
telling the truth, I'm praying.
Don't. Let's just not talk about it. Let's move on and act like we didn't hear it.
Let's just put a
Because, like I
blanket
said, I
over that.
don't know if you were supposed to hear that.
Let's put a blanket over that live bomb.
that is a live bomb, sir.
We're just
Don't
gonna
know.
move on and act like we didn't hear it because we don't know if we were allowed to hear that.
Am I horrified? Yes. Yes, I am.
Cameron,
Please be horrified.
I am done.
Levi,
I am done.
we're moving on.
Oh, I'm not talking about that anymore. Cameron, I'm sending you something in your DMs.
Is it corn?
I wish.
Aw.
Why are you sending corn?
I'm not.
Sent corn last time.
Here you go, Cameron. Here's something scarier.
Oh my god. Guys, we're fucked.
It was corn,
This
wasn't
is
it?
not this is not that situation. This is another situation. We're fucked. Levi, why did you do that?
Anyways, I don't want to know.
Because I don't know where else to put them, okay?
We are going to die because
You're one to talk, Mr. I'm going to screw with... Oh, wait, no, that's Eli. Never mind. We're fine.
What about me?
I mean, we're not the people who touch stuff. You are.
Okay, but that's because you guys let me.
We
As
don't know
Max-
when you're touching stuff.
as Max told me, I'm too afraid to touch things in this setting.
I'm not.
Because Max says I don't have the balls for it, and he's correct.
Levi,
Cameron-
you know my second character?
Yeah.
He's gonna have the same problem because of his dad.
My next character, is not going to have that issue, but your character's probably going to hate him. Gonna be straight out honest, bud.
My
I'm
next
sorry.
character is just a whore.
You know, actually, I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay, while you tell me, I'm gonna go use the restroom.
Don't worry, my character is going to bring absolutely no problems to the table. Not at all.
Don't lie.
Not one single problem. You'll get nothing from me. I'll look like an angel among you people.
Oh, by the
guessing
way,
so-
Silver's gonna found out I told you guys anyway because, like, Craig.
Hey, Silver, can you get that out? And
So Silver, I'm sorry I told him. If you are here in post, or if you're here at all.
we didn't want to hear the information Levi told us without even thinking about it, so punish him. Levi, I'll pay for your funeral.
No, you won't. You don't have money.
I'll pay it with my heart.
But Eli, I thought you as a person would like that, considering you know what that character is. Yo ho ho ho, yo ho
Yo,
ho ho.
Okay, I've returned.
Did you hear what I said, Eli?
No, I said I was going to the restroom, so I
Oh.
have no clue what you told me if you
I said,
spoke.
well, yeah, I thought you'd like that as a person, Eli, considering you know what he is.
What are we talking about?
About what I told you about my second character.
Would you explain it a little bit more in the end? Because I don't think I'm understanding what you're trying to say.
The mute one?
Mute one? Oh my god, does this tattoo actually glow in the dark?
I
Max!
returned.
The tattoo's
Guys, look
actually
at-
glow in the dark!
guys, look at no Mike. This is really sweet. Look at
Oh, that's where your character. That's ironic as fuck.
Yeah. Except he doesn't know that. Just so you know. As far as I'm aware. Yeah.
You're about to get a live lesson, boy.
I'm still
Also,
writing your
guys,
2 to 3 page
my tattoo
paragraph, by
glows
the
in
way.
dark.
I don't know if you guys can hear me chewing, but I got popcorn now.
We can kind of hear it.
Oh, Contrast left. That's
So-
sad. I was looking to say hi to him
No,
again.
he's still here.
He's still here.
No, he's not. It doesn't say he's here.
It says he's in call.
yeah, he's still here and cool.
All right.
But yeah, no, my fake tattoo glows in the dark, guys. Max and I got like dinosaur glow in the dark tattoos because he bought one and it came with 2, and I asked if I could have one, and it glows in the dark. Like, I'm running a flashlight over it right now to kind of charge it up, but it glows in the dark, and it's so fucking cool. I've never seen tattoos like these.
So, I just want to mention, I have been listening this whole time. So don't worry about it. It wasn't really. I kind of expected it to happen. So, why did Levi leave? No.
Okay, I just kept trying to move the topic because I didn't know if we were supposed to learn that, Silver. So I'm just not acknowledging what was said.
You would have learned it. You would have learned it anyway eventually. So I don't really care.
Stranger shows up our front lawn and is like, "Hey, fuck it."
Yeah, Silver, I know you said not to react, but I thought about every worst circumstance, so I immediately told them.
It's fair. Okay. So now that we're back, I'm gonna go ahead and mark that we are back. That'd be 10. That's more of a 10-minute break, but you know, fuck it.
It's okay. Silver,
I'm gonna leave.
Levi, please.
I'm gonna leave that in the video.
I'm gonna fucking tell myself.
All right. So, we're gonna come back into session, and
The disappointment in his voice.
Silver, fuck off.
you're making it really hard not to laugh. Okay.
For context viewers, that's my fucking hiccups. That's what I sound like when I hiccup. I
He
fucking
squeaks. He
squeak.
squeaks.
And this motherfucker keeps laughing at it.
It's funny.
I can't control it.
Okay, moving on. So. Okay.
I'm muting my mic.
So I am going to remark where we stopped. I'm gonna do like 10, 18. Let's do 10, 18. Okay, perfect. Now we're getting back into session. You guys are still in the air. Would you guys like to skip to like a resting point?
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
No.
Fuck you, my majority vote.
So you guys are flying for about, I'd say, roughly 4 hours because you're trying to put some distance between you and that town. And Aresh, with your experience in running away from people, you have a feeling that you're far enough away to where the cleric beast probably won't follow you.
Aresh is just for safety, push it a little bit farther if possible.
Sure, yeah, like another hour.
Yeah, because Aresh is wanting, but as physically, he doesn't want to like drive the dragons to exhaustion, but more of like just a extra cushion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna mention this for the funny. The bone napper's doing a lot of tricks. Like,
is it like made out of bone, or
it is made out of complete bone.
Okay.
Okay. So, after that hour passes, I need, and you guys are heading. You guys are heading farther north, further into Yolandia. So, you guys are a pretty good distance away from the Everfree Woods and the Whitetail Woods. So there are still trees around. They're just not as common. It seems that most of Yolandia is like flat but slightly hilly plains. So because like this area is very mountainous, so it just has a lot of flat land that just kind of shoots straight up. And I need somebody to please roll a survival or a perception check to see if you can try and find a good place to camp for the night.
I have proficiency in both,
So, yeah, okay, never mind.
You said survival?
Survival or perception, either one.
And I just like to mention again for the party, Lear does have Magnificent Mansion, and he still has a 7th level spell slot.
Me.
The -1 count, or did it not?
Yes, it counted.
Because I just wanted to make sure.
No, I got 24 and he got 23.
Okay, so with a 24, you actually spot, as you're going down, you actually spot what appears to be what may have been a previous campsite for some other for some other people. Like you see like a rock circle that has like a long dead fire, like this fire's been out for a while. And you see what maybe looks to be like the grass is kind of pressed down a little bit in particular areas, like maybe there was a tent here or something of that nature. Other than that, this place seems rather. It's a pretty good defendable place. Like you could easily defend this spot if you needed to.
All right. The rest is kind of like wave his hand and like point like downwards as if to land, and then he's just start bringing Regina in.
Okay. Does everyone?
Ronan will follow suit.
Okay.
Lear's already on his way down.
Also, whenever we land, Rush is going to like pat Regina as like, also, are you okay? Ever since like that whole Silver Spire, you good?
And Regina speaks up, of course, only to you, and she says, well, I'm a little bored. Other than that, I'm fine.
You want to play fetch whenever we get the fire up? Or something like that?
Only if he's the stick. And she kind of gestures to Lyra.
We barely know them. So, no.
Wait.
Actually, would you want to help me try to find some game in the area? So we can bring it back for everyone?
I can do that.
Alright.
Hey, Silver, is Regina speaking animal?
She's speaking a version of Draconic.
That's for Drakes, I assume.
Okay. Can Leray understand that being a former animal?
You can tell that she was probably talking about you,
And Resh allows
but you
no.
don't know what she said.
Resh is gonna turn and is like, you guys can start the fire and start gathering for that. Me and Regina is going to go get some like game in the area.
I'm gonna cast Create Bonfire.
Okay.
Thank you, Lyra. And Resh is going to start like walking and bringing Regina with him.
Okay, what are you gonna try and hunt for?
Preferably any deer or something like that, like something simple. At least for like a couple, because he wants off to get some for the drakes too.
So in a place like this, you wouldn't really find deer. But you may find boar.
I was actually going to say deer or boar, but that boar works too. That works.
So I need you to roll a survival check.
Resh.
See if you can find any tracks.
Resh used to help with hunting parties, so this is taking him back whenever he was a younger kid. 10.
Old.
Regina really wants to play.
Ronan, you are one to talk, bud.
I'm actually young, thank you.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, young.
I'm in my
Totally.
20s, actually. Quite literally as Cronin and IRL.
Anywho, Arash can't seem to find anything. It's like, okay, so if you help me find them, I will let you chase the boar around because it seems to be boar in the area. I just can't find where, though.
She's like, I can work with that.
Also, we could probably make their bones into like a makeshift like something for you. I'm pretty sure I could figure something
Did you
out.
say bones?
Hi.
Hello.
How long did you tail us for?
I
Never
assumed you were
mind.
going to go for bones, so bones.
What? Well, I want to have Lyra at least get some entertainment, so I thought might as well have a bonding experience and go hunting. We're hunting boar.
So you named your Drake Lyra?
No, her name's Regina.
You said Lyra.
Out of character, did I?
Yes, you did.
Sorry, I meant Regina.
I know you meant Regina, but I was making it a roleplay opportunity.
He's like, I said Regina. Anyways,
Okay.
and the rest is just gonna, like, we're just gonna look up. It's like, you could probably find them better in the area. I will handle from the ground. And when you find them, I'm pretty sure I would know you two. I'll probably hear them screaming terror or something.
Do you want to
Boar
try and
noises.
find boar, Lyra?
Huh?
You want to try and find some boar?
Detect life.
Oh, that takes the fun out of it, but fair enough.
It's 1,000.
No. I'll use my nature. Why not?
When Naresh was helping with the hunting parties, they didn't use magic. They just used their wits. And
So go ahead and roll a survival check or a nature check, your choice.
Oh, survival or nature? Right, I suck at these because I put all my stuff into talking to people. 22.
So weirdly enough, Aresh is actually standing right on top of what appears to be a boar track. And like you kind of just pointed out to him. He's like, "Oh hey, look at that!" Like you just and like, go ahead.
So you know you're standing on top of one now, yeah?
oh, hey! Also, Naresh is going to point out to him again. It's like, Can you track this then?
She's like, yes.
All right.
So
Go get him.
Can I ask what she's saying?
Oh, well. Basically, the gist of our conversations, we're trying to find a way to get her entertained, and I thought having her chase boar to get them tired out before I shoot them would do the trick. Anyways, we're gonna go on. If I find them before you, you'll see my gun light up.
She's going to roll.
Man, Kami would kill for this. Too bad she's asleep.
That's a 24. And she is easily able to kind of like find the scent of what appears to be what could be a boar. And do you follow her as she's following the trail?
Yeah. Is she flying or running?
It's more of like just kind of like trotting. She's just kind of like quickly walking.
All right. Yeah. Or she follows.
And as you follow her, you eventually come into like a small little like a small little patch of forest. And inside this little patch, you see like a small clearing directly in the center.
All right.
And you see directly in the center, there appears to be a strange. It's you've never seen this before. It looks like a dire boar. Though it is very clearly dead.
Rush like that doesn't seem right. Rush is gonna like look at Leroy and Regina. He's like, let's approach carefully. And Rush is going to like, I'm gonna try like stealth my way there in case if
Do you head further into the clearing or?
Yeah.
Lyra's gonna fly, because of the whole warlock thing.
Are you flying over the clearing or just kind of like just in the clearing but just in the air?
Over.
Also, I can roll stealth, right?
Yeah, you can roll stealth.
That's a 24 as I'm heading towards the boar. Is Regina following or is she staying? That's up there.
So Regina, like, as she gets closer, she's like, oh, something smells weird here. I don't know if I want to go any further.
You can stay there. I'm going to go check it out. And the rest is going to get a little bit closer. Like, trying to be cautious. Also, can I roll a perception check as I'm, like, slowly going in?
Yeah.
18.
Okay, yeah, definitely with an 18. What you see as you get further, the clearing seems to get bigger and bigger as you go further into it. And you see what appears to be a very tall, looking like, it almost looks like a cathedral.
What the fuck?
Or some kind of temple. Like some kind of cathedral or temple. It looks a little worn down by time. There's like a few holes in the front that you can see. But like it appears to be mostly intact. It's covered in moss and overgrown. There's a pond kind of like directly in front of it that kind of has like a small bridge that leads directly to the door. The pond has like these weird looking, like, they kind of look like fireflies. What's weird though is they're kind of like a bright, like they're more of a white color instead of a yellow. And as you're approaching, Like, do you get any closer?
Fuck that, no.
Okay.
I mean, can Lyra see where Resh is going from the sky?
Yes, but there are a few trees, so it's kind of hard to see exactly what he sees.
Rush like sees the cathedral. It's like that's a red flag, and he's just going to investigate the dire boar.
Out of character, the last time we went to a temple was not fun.
When was the last time we went to a temple?
When we met that inside out wolf, and that was where
Literal.
a lot of stuff got revealed with Cronin.
Out of character, you do not recognize the bodies in the water.
Anyways, can I roll like what do I roll while investigating this boar?
So what exactly are you trying to like get out of it?
What killed it and possibly
So you're gonna need a medicine check.
okay. That's a 13.
I mean, you can see its chest is kind of slashed open.
Rush going kind of like roll over, like looks at Lyra, trying to like, motion them down.
They were already going towards like the cathedral looking thing. But when
Hey,
they see you
Lyra.
like motioning, when they see
sorry.
you motioning, they fly over to you and sort of like touch the ground softly with their feet.
Question: I want to make sure this thing wasn't poisoned before we eat it. Can you help me?
I'm gonna cast like detect poison, Silver.
Detect poison. So you do not detect any poisons, but you do detect like the starting stages of rot.
That's no good.
No good. Okay.
It's rotting.
Damn, it's a waste then.
I mean, its bones are still
But
useful.
Leray, with your fucking ridiculous passive perception, you do happen to see what looks to be an arrow stuck in its side.
You need to get out of here now.
We're just gonna pull out the arrow. How is it made? Question: is it made like finely, or is it made like kind of like primitively, or whatever?
So this arrow appears to be one of the finest arrows you've ever seen. It looks like when it hit the boar, it didn't even dent the arrow. It didn't chip the blade. It didn't break the wood. It went in smooth and came out smooth. And like the feathers on the end are a green color.
Can I roll intelligence or something to see if where I probably would have seen this from?
You can roll a history check with disadvantage.
Can I roll a history check?
Yeah. It would also be,
I missed a natural 20. Fuck
it would also be with disadvantage.
Hey, hey, Cameron. Let me give you a hand, buddy. Lucky.
It was disadvantage?
Yes. But I get to select the roll, so I'm gonna take that natural 20.
Fair enough. Okay.
And I'll roll my dice.
Are you gonna roll as well?
She's too focused. Too interested in the
focused
bone.
on helping Arish.
Oh no, too focused on boning. Well, the bone. On the bones from the boar.
Too focused on boning.
You know what? I'm quoting that.
I'm keeping that in the video. Okay. So, with a natural 20, you have definitely heard of this kind of arrow before. But its name is sort of lost to time. But what's weird, like with that natural 20, it looks like this arrow has been here for a really, really long time. Like
Yet
even
the boar.
though it's perfect. Like even though it's perfect, it looks like this arrow has been here for a very long time.
Arash is gonna look at the cathedral from where he's standing. What can I make out of it from here?
And also, just 1 second. I was gonna say, but one word does come to mind. And oh my goodness, one word does actually come to mind. I'm gonna DM you the word real quick.
Okay.
Like when it comes to the arrow, one word does come to mind.
Huh. Okay. No, Silver. Okay. It's like, I don't know if we should leave or be comforted, but this is a nice arrow, though. Been here for a long time, though, which is weird considering Boris recently been killed, or quote-unquote recently, since it's starting to decay.
Hey, Silver, considering I use this kind of magic, I'm going to use Detect Magic for Abyssal Magic.
Okay.
Oh, speaking of which, viewers, so Liray, last episode, he used a spell, and he doesn't actually look like a normal rat right now. He looks like a boned rat. Like, he is a skeleton rat at the moment because of the spell he used.
Spooky,
So-
scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that detect abyssal magic, you do not detect any abyssal magic in the area.
Okay. Do I detect any magic in the area?
Yes, you do.
Okay. What kind?
It is coming from the arrow, and it is coming from the temple a little bit further away.
Okay.
Are they similar?
Can you tell me what kind of magic it is?
So, it is, from what you can tell, it appears to be abjuration and transmutation.
Wait a second. I have a spell. Wait a second. I didn't think it would actually come in handy. Shoot. Let me just double check. Calcified memories.
So, I don't know if Contrast knows. So, Contrast, there are different schools of magic, and abjuration is the school of protection magic, like shields and stuff like that. And transmutation magic is the magic of changing something into something else, like change. It's the magic of change.
So Silver. I'm going to be using a Steinhardt spell. I'm going to send it to our DMs so that you have like full context and everything. But I'm casting Calcified Memories, which for the viewers and for players, it essentially means that I get to. I mean, and I guess we can also like count it as Cameron. But I am able to like see the last 6 seconds of a deceased creature's life.
Are you using it on the boar?
Yeah, I'm going to use it on the boar.
I need everyone to deafen except for Levi.
Oh gosh, darn it!
Yeah.
Contrast, you do not have to deafen if you do not want to. But Aelia, I will need you to deafen.
I did a bad thing, didn't I, Silver?
We'll find out.
Also, where did I get added?
Okay, so he gets to hear a whisper moment. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
So, Leray, as you touch this board and you dive into its memories, you see what appears to be like you see through its eyes, and you see the temple. Like you see what appears to be the boar kind of like running and kind of squealing as it's running towards the temple. And from what it looks like, the temple appears to be in much better shape.
Mhm.
But suddenly there is a sound. It sounds like this. And then
Soundboard.
there. What's up?
Soundboard.
Oh, did you not hear what I did?
Yeah, say it again. Do it again.
So it sounds like this.
Oh.
And then there's a flash of green. Along with a voice that goes like as if someone's swinging a sword. And then that's it.
Can I tell what the flash of green is as like an outside perspective?
Roll a perception check.
Can I use my passive?
No, not for this.
Darn. I mean, I still got a plus 16 to this, so. That's a natural 20 for a total of 36.
Natural 20. Then fuck yes, you can see what it is. Oh, that fucking
The fish.
so from what you can see, like you can hear the boar squeal as like its vision is kind of starting to go black as you know it's about to die. But you see what appears to be a boot kind of like step in front of it. And this boot appears to be like a kind of like a dark brown color. It's got like laces tied all the way up, and as the boar kind of starts to look up as if like to like meet its demise, and like you see like what appears to be like cream colored trousers.
Mm-hmm.
And as the trousers go up, you start to see what appears to be a green tunic.
Is this Link?
And as you're looking up, it kind of looks like an elf.
Oh my god.
And like they also have this long green hat on. And they raise what appears to be a very long-looking long sword as they suddenly stab towards the boar, and that's what you see.
Do they say yeah?
You don't hear anything.
Okay. Does Leroy happen to know someone who wears that outfit at all, even in Legend?
Roll a history check.
Alright. Do I trust myself with that, or do I want to re-roll it? I'll just stick with the 21.
Okay. So you couldn't really see their face. So, but you could tell that they were an elf because they had rather long ears.
Yeah.
And they also had like kind of like flowing blonde hair, like kind of underneath the hat. And they also had a large shield on their left arm.
Mm-hmm.
And from what you can tell, there's only one word comes to mind. I'm gonna DM you that word. Actually, no, I can tell you because no one's.
Yeah, you can tell me. No one else is. Yeah.
So, like, as this word comes to mind as you're thinking about it, and like you kind of like, and you're pretty much out of the memory by now. But this is just you kind of remembering what you saw.
Mm-hmm.
You look towards the temple, and then you look towards the boar, and then back to the temple, and then to the pond, and then back to the temple again. And you also steal one little glance at the arrow. And one word comes to mind. Hero.
Oh gosh. I mean, Liray's going to like just put like himself in deep thought and wait for whatever dizzy spell Aresh is going under to be over so that he can tell him.
Also, Silver, don't forget to mark the deafen and undeafen for Craig.
I won't do that.
So, Aresh, since you're back, oh well, should I wait for Aelia?
I just did a full app for the outsiders, so
Yeah. Yeah. Silver, F you for that reference, by the way. Just saying. Like, I love that reference, but screw you. Okay, everyone's back. So Liray's just gonna he's like scratching at his chin, which, you know, he doesn't have any fur at the moment. Um, huh. That was weird. That was very weird. Um,
What?
hmm. Do you happen to know anyone that's an elf that has long ears, obviously because of an elf, blonde hair, green tunic, like beigeish pants, and
Silver?
a very long sword and a large shield?
Does that ring a bell, Suresh?
Roll a history check.
Regular or
I
disadvantage?
mean, I just remember the
Just
word
regular.
hero. I just remember the word hero, and it's like stuck on my mind.
Actually, that's this arrow. Kind of. That's the one word I thought of too.
Maybe
22. Holy.
hero. I rolled a 21. So
So with a
hopefully.
22, this is all starting to sound a lot more familiar. So your Aresh, your parents used to tell you about a legend of sorts. It was never really sure how long ago it was, but at some point, there was an adventurer who was proclaimed the hero of time,
Oh
Oh.
my god.
and he had a sanctuary somewhere in Yolandia, but no one could ever find it.
I was just gonna turn to the things like. There's no way this is a coincidence.
Care to explain your thoughts?
My parents told me a story. That figure described. They were called the hero of time.
Does that ring any bells, Silver?
And my parents.
I'd say Lyra is probably pretty well read, so it definitely sounds familiar, but you're not sure where you've heard it from.
My parents told me that there's somewhere a sanctuary or something like that for them somewhere in Yolanda. I feel like I found it. Honestly, that story kind of was one of the reasons why I wanted to adventure. Fun stories. Helped me sleep as a kid.
Let's go loot it.
No, we are not looting it. What the fuck is wrong with you?
We are going to respectfully take everything inside.
Anyways, I was gonna
Listen,
look
I
at
respect
Regina,
this
like,
hero of time and all, but Kamiana needs this money. So
yes, but we're not looting it. I was just gonna look at Regina, it's like, Regina, you can try to find any other boar in the area and do as you please with them for your own fun. We're gonna be a minute.
And Regina doesn't really. She just kind of nods at you because like she seems like she does not want to come any closer. So she just kind of backs up into the little forest patch and just kind of takes off.
also you can play with Otis if you want. He's always hungry.
Anyway, so Rush is just going to. I used lay on hands when we were back at the Silver Spire, but I'm gonna use like my last remaining ones to heal me a little bit more.
Okay.
And Rush is going to like. Our character regretfully, I'm going to approach the cathedral.
In character, not regretfully, Lyra is going to run towards it.
Rush is just gonna grab Lyra. It's like, let's at least be careful.
Well, he's not running. He is floating. He's flying again.
Rush is like, we are not going to loot it.
Okay, but I'm totally not going to expect there to be a skeleton in there. And
Also, by the way, the next town we're going to, we're gonna be helping a church of Soteria. They're probably gonna pay us.
Ugh.
You can get a cut.
No,
They
no,
pay us.
I don't take church money. It's just as bad as their wine.
Okay, but hang on. Before we
Except
move
for those
on,
Luca
hang on.
people.
What about for the wine of Brigid, or if that's his name? I don't know.
No, no. The only good church wine is Lucas wine. That's usually because it's like actual wine and not just sacrament.
That fucker took my eye.
Oh, good for him.
Is
Motherfuckers
it
might
good
die.
that he is it good that he has my eye? I mean, I don't know if he like disposed of it or if he has it somewhere. I just know I woke up one morning without my eye.
I mean, you could be without all your skin.
Listen, I am thankful that he didn't kill me in my sleep or waited until I wake up then kill me. I am thankful for that.
You
But
guys
he could have at least asked me for.
you have a very odd relationship with the gods. No offense.
Listen, the only I never directly met Luke, and we're talking and walking out, by the way. I never directly met the fucker. From what I understand, he's a respectable man from what Grunin talks about him.
Well, that's also his father, so bias, obviously, but
Yeah, but
speaking as a third party,
Satiri's a fucking asshole, but he at least tries to push me in the right direction. He's a
Speaking
nice
as a-
type of asshole. Yeah.
speaking as a third party, I haven't met Luca per se, but his wine is superb.
I'm pretty sure he's hearing that somewhere. I'm pretty sure he watches the party and he probably gets a bucket of popcorn or whatever and just sits back and watches. The fucker.
Wait.
Luke, if you're hearing this, respectfully, fuck you.
So are you gonna continue towards the temple?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are. Yeah, we are.
Okay. As you guys get closer to the pond, those little fireflies, they fly away once you get close.
They aren't fireflies; those are fairies.
Yeah, thinking about it, yeah.
And as you cross the bridge, it's a little rickety, but you do get across, and you make it towards the doors of the temple. The doors are rotted. It looks like you're not sure if it's locked, but even if it is, you're probably sure you could break it down if you really tried.
Rice is just going to like apply a little pressure to it, see how
Wait.
rotted.
Wait.
Oh, never mind.
Hold on. Before you touch it, let me just So Scylla, I have not been able to use this ability yet, so I want to. I'm gonna use not Witch Sight. Sorry, I'm gonna use Ghostly Gaze. So as an action, I gain the ability to see through solid objects in a range of 30 feet. Within that range, I have Dark Vision if I don't already have it, which I already have it. This sight lasts for a minute or until my concentration ends, and during that time, I perceive objects as ghostly and transparent images.
Okay.
So it's just like a cool little, X-ray vision for a moment.
Just 1 second.
Yeah. And Aresh, you kind of just see Liray cover his eye sockets because he doesn't have eyeballs at the moment. And he takes his hands off of them, his skeletal hands, and he just has green little dots where his cute little brown dots used to be.
I was just gonna say, by the way, it's not bothering me. I've seen worse, but is your skin going to are you going to grow?
Oh yes, it grows back. It grows back. Usually after about 4 or 5 days.
Hopefully, whenever we get to the town, you have your skin back.
Worst come to worst, I can use disguise self, and I can also just dissemble my bones.
Also, what are you doing? You're doing some magic hoo-ha shit.
No. So technically, yes. Go ahead, DM sir, in my silly little head.
What the fuck's a DM?
Who the fuck are you talking to? So you perceive a total of 9 objects on the other side of the door.
Objects or creatures?
I don't know if the spell distinguishes. Like, I don't think you
It
can
doesn't
distinguish.
distinguish.
But we can. But you can
But
probably see the outline.
so it's like I can just see the outlines of them through the wall, essentially.
They're very blurry, so you can't tell what they are. But you're pretty sure they're just objects.
If anything's moving, I can see that.
Nothing's moving.
Okay. And then I do have like, I have bargain true sight as well. So like I can see through shape changer stuff. I can see anything concealed by an illusion or transmutation magic.
Okay. You do not see anything of that sort in the immediate vicinity.
Yeah. All right. So he's just gonna kind of give you the thumbs up and say, "All right, we're all good." And I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off so I don't burn it out. I only get a minute per day. And he's gonna like cover his eyes again, and they're back to brown dots. And yes, that was magic. Technically, I'm sure you've already guessed it. I'm not a wizard or anything. I mess with the dark arts, and it's fun. So
As long as you don't try and kill me or my family, you're good. Or innocent.
I have considered killing you, but that isn't because I want to.
That's the first one to say. Not
I
the
just
first
thought
one to
I
say
just
that.
thought it would be funny.
I just thought it would be funny. Plus, I am a necromancer, kind of. So
At this point, I don't give a shit whatever happens to me directly. And the rest is going like lightly like tap on the door to see if that's what take it down or.
As you tap on it, you hear like you hear like knocking on wood, but you don't like it doesn't the door doesn't move.
All right, so the rest is going to try to push it open then, or pull. Is this a pull
Okay.
or push?
I'm going to use my gravity magic to decrease the gravity of the door so that he has an easier time.
Okay, so Aresh, it's a push, so you're able to push one side of the door open. It's like a large double door system thing. You're able to push one side open,
All right.
and inside is a very dusty-looking sort of cathedral area.
What do I see from the doorway?
From the doorway, you see a somewhat long hallway. With 3 glass pillars on each side. Or we can assume to be glass. And at the very end of the room, you see a raised platform. With like what appears to be 3 floating gems at the base of the platform.
Oh.
Rick's gonna look and he's like, "This, as much as my curiosity is piquing, I think this is one of the things we should just leave alone." Not
Hold
in
on,
a bad
I'm
way.
changing the
more-
music. I changed the music to be a little more somber.
Do you
Hey.
think we should go look, or do you think we should just leave it?
Hey, Silver.
Yes.
Curiosity. Does Leray happen to be studied enough to know what those gems are?
Roll a history check.
All right. I'm gonna lucky. Why not? That's a 24.
You are not entirely sure of what their original purpose was. But you do know that these are gems of incredible power. Each of them contains a sort of life essence, in a way. Like the life essence of what they represent.
Which from what he can assume by the stature of the gyms, is fire, water, and like wood and life, plant life.
Yes.
Huh.
Not necessarily that if you destroy them, those things would die, but like
It's just like a representation of
there's
that
a lot
power.
of focused energy of those things in those gyms.
Yeah. Okay. So it's kind of like the ending of a staff, essentially.
Yeah, except they're a little bigger.
Yeah, much bigger.
Warhammer.
Oh. Okay. That is
What?
Oh,
Huh.
just-
So
go ahead.
oh, that those gems, they represent and have great power of sort of like life essence for what they represent. You know, the blue one representing water, the red one representing earth, rock, and stone, and maybe even magma, and the green one representing plant life and well, nature.
Huh.
Now, not saying if those things were to be destroyed that, you know, those things would no longer exist, but it's just like a focused gem of energy, which Can you see like what they're doing there at all, if they're doing anything?
They appear to just be floating there.
I mean, would there happen to be a giant door open behind them?
From this angle, you can't see.
We're just like, should we peer in a bit more, or should we just leave this ancient thing lie?
My curiosity is going to get me killed one day. It might as well be today. And Lyra is going to continue.
If I die and you live, you're telling them.
I can also bring you back from the brink of death, don't worry.
Damn.
I am a doctor.
I'm pretty.
Kind of.
Never mind. Yeah, she's gonna reluctantly follow, but being very. I'm gonna like float 5 feet above the ground.
I'm also floating 5 feet above the ground.
Okay, so as you guys make your way further inside, the door slowly shuts behind you.
No. Ah, fuck.
I mean,
Do we have time to like run out?
By the time you've noticed it, the door is pretty much shut.
Or it's just like, what? Sleeping dog is alive.
I mean, that just because it closed doesn't mean it's not openable.
True.
It may just be on a slant, which, without.
Alright, she's gonna go check, see if we can open it.
It appears to be locked.
Oh. Knock?
Do you
The
want to knock on
spell?
the door?
No, like knock as in like the spell.
Go ahead, go for it if you want to do that.
Yeah, it just unlocks any door.
As you cast the spell, it seems to like you see it impact the door, but you don't hear anything unlock.
Yeah,
Or
I
it's
didn't
like
like that.
pull on it again. Still locked.
It's still locked.
It's like, okay, let's keep pushing forward.
Yeah, I
All we
mean,
can,
might as well.
because I don't want to shoot down the door. I really don't.
Well, let's keep in mind that this is the Hero of Time's sanctuary.
And I
this
really don't want to disrespect a legend I loved as a kid. So come on.
Okay,
I
so you guys
mean-
are gonna continue in.
Yeah.
I'm still for you,
Okay.
motherfucker. No, it's my fault.
All right, just a sec. Okay,
It's your fault for following someone reckless.
But the thing
fair
is,
enough.
like,
Fair enough.
when I heard like, oh yeah, this is a hero symbol. Okay, that's nice. And then the door is slowly shut behind you. I'm like, fuck.
Not like he's gonna make
Okay.
us fight anything, right?
So as you guys are making your
Brother,
way
I'm at
inside,
25 health.
this place is actually pretty spacious on the inside. It doesn't look like it's any bigger on the inside, but it's actually in a lot better shape than the outside is, besides the dust. And but you guys don't hear you guys don't hear your echoing footsteps because you're not actually touching the ground. But if you were, your footsteps would be echoing because this is a very open chamber. But then you hear
Who has entered my domain?
Kid Cat, you guys are fucked.
Yeah, we are. We entered out of curiosity, but we were about to leave. We had no intention of taking anything here. So, but I'm guessing me saying this isn't convincing enough to
You
let you.
wouldn't happen to be the hero of time, would you?
I have gone by many names and many titles. But no, I am not the hero of time.
Ah,
Who are you then?
You may call me Dorman.
can you spell that?
so Dorman is spelled Dormin.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And we're gonna go ahead and end session right there.